Hi there, my name's Rachel, and this is Shima, right on cue. Here you go. So, I'm Rachel, I'm from Mindful Therapies, and I'm doing a video every day or aiming for every day, for the third lockdown of the coronavirus pandemic, or third UK lockdown. It's getting harder to describe what it is. Is it the third lockdown of the pandemic, or is it the first lockdown of 2021? I'm not quite sure how to think of it, or just lockdown 3.0. Anyway, I'm here to tell you that you are still not alone. I am also on day 6 of my own self-isolation. I tested positive for coronavirus on Wednesday, and I hadn't told people. I think I just didn't really want, other than the people who needed to know, like people who had been in contact with and things like that, the contact tracing and all of that kind of stuff. Other than that, I kind of kept it quite quiet. I've told a few people because I didn't see the point in worrying people. However, first of all, there's nothing, I don't feel like there's anything to worry about me now. Princess, there you go. Because I have got symptoms, but I think I've been quite lucky. I've got a little bit of brain fog. I'm struggling to concentrate a little bit. I'm quite tired. I'm giving myself permission to nap, which is really good. And one of the things that I've noticed is kind of aches and pains. So one reason why I'm talking about it now is just to say, if you have any symptoms, not just if you have the 3 main symptoms, but if you have any cold symptoms, just get a test, because I don't have any of the symptoms that are the symptoms. I don't have a cough. I don't know if I have a temperature because I haven't got a thermometer, and my taste and smell is perfectly fine, thank goodness. So I don't tick the boxes for having COVID, other than the fact that I've had a COVID test and I've got it. So yeah, if you can get a test and you think there's even, oh, hello again, a vague possibility, then just get a test. I am so glad to have her with me during my isolation. I am talking to a hell of a lot, so only going slightly mad. But the other reason I wanted to talk about it is because one of the symptoms that I'm having is just general kind of aches and pains, but they're quite mild. And the thing that's been helping me is yoga. So I'm not going to demonstrate yoga because I'm not a yoga teacher, but I'm just going to talk a little bit about movement and just do some really simple movements. One of the things that I'm finding, last bit, little one. Oh, big stretch. Can you get it? Hey, good girl. Is that, it feels like I really need to stretch everything at the moment. So I sometimes think of myself as a bit of a reluctant yogi. I like the idea of it. I like the idea of being someone who does yoga, and yet I never quite get round to doing it. But off she goes. But in the last few days, I've been doing it every day, and I've just found it really, really helpful and helping me ease some of the aches that I'm feeling as a result of COVID. So I just thought I'd lead through some really simple movements. It's not yoga, it's just mindful movement. And mindful movement is just bringing awareness to your body as it moves. So anything can be a mindful movement. And one of the really lovely things about leading mindful movement is I am just leading the movements that I want to do myself. So just start off by taking your attention to your breath. Just noticing how it feels as you breathe in and out. And then taking your attention into your right hand and just turning, rotating the wrist, almost as though you're the queen and you're waving out of the window. Make it as exaggerated as feels pleasant for you. So you might just make it a little movement, like you've got a little glove puppet. Hello. Or you might make it a bigger movement, and you might stretch out the fingers. So just thinking about what feels nice for you and your hand and your wrist right now. So that feels really pleasant for me. Do it nice and slowly, so you might get to the top on the in-breath and rotate round on the out-breath, so you get to the bottom on the out-breath. Come back to the top. Out-breath, in-breath, out-breath. So just playing around with it. And then come into stillness. So just rest in both hands. Seeing if you can feel any differences. Maybe you can feel something. I can feel mine right up to here, where I've moved that right arm, right hand. So then taking your attention into the left hand. And seeing if you could do the same, but it might be that the left hand moves differently or wants to move differently. Maybe it feels more natural or less natural to move this hand. I'm finding that it feels more like I want to kind of grab something and let it go. So on the in-breath, the out-breath, the in-breath and the out-breath. So this is really important that we're just listening to our own bodies. We're moving in a way that feels helpful. And coming into stillness and just noticing any effect of that movement. And then bring in both palms together in prayer position. Taking a breath in and a breath out, and then stretching the arms upwards so that the palms are facing out. Taking a breath in and a breath out, and then coming down to the sides, round and back to the original position. Taking a breath in and a breath out, and then back up. Holding for a breath, and then round. Back up, round, back to center. And this time we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to be pushing out in front of us and around, almost like we're doing breaststroke. So in front. So I find that this is really helpful for my shoulders. I can hear and feel little clicks as I move. And then back to the original position. And I'm noticing now that I can feel a tightness in my back. So I'm going to stretch up. Oh, there was a click. And then I'm going to turn to the right and just feel a gentle twist in my back. And take a couple of breaths. And then I'm going to come back. And then I'm going to stretch up again. And turn to the other side. And back. And let's just do a little wriggle, little think, little check in with myself. And I think I'll do that once again. So stretching up. Oh, there's the click. And then to the right. And then back, stretching up. To the left. And then back. And then taking a breath. So I'm not particularly encouraging you to do those particular movements. You might do, you might not. Up to you. I'm not a yoga teacher. The important thing for me, and the important thing that I want to share, is listen to your body and ask your body what it wants to do. It might be that your body wants to stay in bed. Yesterday, I think I was frustrated because my body really wanted to go for a run. Or certainly part of my body wanted to go for a run, and I can't. I'm not allowed out. So there was this kind of restless energy. I was really tired and really restless at the same time. So it was a very strange feeling. I think now that I'm over the halfway mark, and it feels like light at the end of the tunnel, I do kind of feel that actually what I want to do is a bit of yoga. But yeah, listen to what your body wants to do what your body wants to do. It might be stay in bed, it might be go for a run, it might be do some stretching. Hopefully that's helpful. If you've got any doubt that, if any reason to suspect you might have COVID, get a test. It's not pleasant, but at least then you know. And I think just one thing to say as well, I do feel incredibly lucky. I've got this horrible illness that has killed 80,000 people in this country. And the worst I've got to worry about is feeling a bit achy and a bit run down. I feel incredibly lucky. And I know a lot of people aren't as lucky as I am. So it's a very strange and humbling experience that here I am with COVID, able to talk to you. So, yeah, very strange. But I will be back tomorrow. And remember, you're still not alone. Bye.